our marketing folks did not fully appreciate that, like, well, if we're not going to be doing the work, we're not moving around those logos, they're going to be moving around those logos, they're going to be moving around those components. And that was a lot of work. And they were like, whoa, this is a lot of work. And what's interesting is, like, we moved the bottleneck. So engineering was no longer the bottleneck for most scenarios. But what happened was, is like the PMs who want to be creative and the designers that want to be creative, they would just go to the authors and be like, hey, I know you can change this. And it's off by 4 pixels. This is off by 4 pixels on mobile. And I know you can change this. And so there's this like tediousness to it. And then we probably spent the next 2 years basically just trying to improve the authoring experience for our authors and make them, to help them be more productive. It was like, we created this mess at your request, and then and now you don't like it, and we see the pain that you're going through, like the tediousness, because you have to build everything and you're building everything as if it's a special snowflake. So you can imagine you can't create 400,000 pages like one off.
Right.
And so that's kind of along the time that edge delivery came around, and it was like this sort of lightning in a bottle moment, because right around edge delivery kind of coming to maturity, at least for Marlins, so this is like 2021-ish, our design team, our marketing team was sort of saying, they were starting to drink like design system Kool-Aid and starting to think like, ooh, you know what, maybe creating a consistent experience across adobe.com would be a more worthy goal, or a more lucrative goal even,
Right.
than having every single page be a bespoke snowflake. Because if we can create a consistent visitor journey, then maybe it's going to be easier for folks to check out and less confusing. If the Illustrator page looks completely different than the Photoshop page, and you're like trying to navigate between the two and check out the features, you're just getting lost and confused. So that's where we sort of started to say, okay, if the marketing team is ready for a design system, and edge delivery works really well with design systems, maybe it's time to actually pivot off of Dexter, off of AEM and traditional, AEM sites, component-based HTML, all that fun stuff, and move to edge delivery. And so we started that journey in 2022.
So I think one of the things that is interesting to me about this is that so, because you said you have like 100 engineers on adobe.com. So even when you've got that, and these are not chumps either. These are like, some of your guys are, I've worked with some of them. You've got some pretty high quality individuals, right? So even with really quality individuals, you're still running into, there's only a certain footprint in the product that you can reasonably affect on a day-to-day basis. Like if you say, I'm running into this problem, and here's a product that we sell that is supposed to be able to do everything, and we all know AEM does just about everything. It's made for what kind of site? All of them. So that's what it's supposed to be able to do, right? Yeah. So, but even still, even with 100 very high quality engineers, you still are running into some things that you still can't reasonably fix in the amount of time that it would take you. Like what sort of things ended up, because you said you pivoted onto edge delivery. What kind of things would you have run into that you're like, I'm still not getting what I need, or I might be able to more efficiently achieve my goals with a different platform?
Yeah, I mean, so that one, I famously say you need 5 different languages to get a component out the door. So you need, and it's not just the 5 languages, right? It's not just Java, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, XML, JSON, all of those things. But you also have to know the underlying frameworks that the AEM provides. So it's not just, do you know JavaScript, but it's like, do you know Granite and Coral UI? Because you want to, some author is saying, hey, this is kind of weird, and it's like the only way to fix this is to do it inside the editor.
Right.